What's up guys, Sam here back again with another episode of Let's Play Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. So like I said in the last video, now that we got the tube ability, we are going to go back to Roadport and get some more and get some stuff we're able to have access now that we have the tube form. So back behind this house that I mentioned before, prior to starting chapter 3, there's a time sprite back here. And just to get back, we have to go through this house so we can actually end up inside their bottom dresser drawer. So that is it for over here. And if we come back over here, we could have gotten this. Actually, no, this is different. I'm thinking about. But basically, coming through here, through this little chimney over here, and this bomb. We're going to meet this guy later on. He's important for chapter 5. I believe. Yeah, the one after this one. Just talk to him, he'll unlock the door. But if actually want to come into this very back room, because there's another shine sprite, which you're really not even supposed to get right now. Unless, like, you super know this game, but yeah, this guy, very important for Chapter 5. But anyway, now that we got those, let's head back to Twilight Town. And continuing our way, now that we have that tube ability, we're going to go ahead and just avoid the rest of these guys, or at least I'll cut off our interactions with them off screen, just so you guys don't have to see them. And so that I don't have to see them again too, since I've already gone through this. Months and months ago, back in 2021. These guys I will kind of juke out and avoid. So now that we have that tube ability, we can actually go across here ourselves, or at least go underneath here ourselves without the need of Koops just partially going through. There's a star piece right behind here, sneaky little devil. And we want to get rid of this haze, so we need Flurry to come out once again. I rarely ever use Flurry for battles now that I'm like backtracking through all this. Really, I just use her for like puzzles and whatnot, but she's a really good party member, I swear she is. It's just that I prefer to use literally almost everyone else but Flurry. So now that we're inside the woods, I want to switch back out to Goombella because there are some new enemies for us to encounter, such as the Amazy Daisies, the ones that we've been putting the crowds to sleep when we've been fighting the prior chapters. So Goombella, why don't you tell us about these guys, the Crazy Daisies? So that's a Crazy Daisy. It may look totally cute, but it's the serious foe. Max SP is 7, attack is 2, and defense is 0. What you gotta worry about is its lullaby. That tune will totally zonk you out. If you manage to guard well though, you might not pass out. Try to learn the timing. Oh, and when its HP runs low, it runs away, so try to KO it in one fell swoop. So these guys are known for running away. Their other counterpart is the Golden Crazy Daisy, and they give a serious amount of star points if you beat them. So if you can, try to get them down. However, they have like, I believe it's 20 HP. And like Goombella was saying, the guarding on this one is really difficult, so I know I guard it at least once every blue moon, but more often than not, that really trips me up and it just puts me to sleep. If you have a whole group of them, that can be really dangerous because if they just keep on constantly putting you to sleep, they're just constantly wailing on you and there's nothing you can do to recover. And of course there's another one over there, but thankfully it's backing off a bit, so I have some time to like try to avoid it. And over here we get an earthquake, and of course my thing is full again. When I was back in town, I honestly should have just put some of these items in storage. I will quickly just toss that dried shroom so I can heal up with Mario. And I'll just grab it again. I can probably use that one as soon as I pick it back up again. And just use it to finish off Mario's health. We'll use another mushroom to heal off Goombella. And yeah, okay, good. I do go back and grab it. Let's say that's kind of a waste. Just grab it and you can use it later on. See if I can avoid you. Nope, instead I want to go straight for the fight. And oh, the Goombella is now Koops. So I guess Koops is now going to join us for the rest of this. Well, he does help with getting a first strike and crud. Oh, is there a new enemy in here? It surely is. Alright, Koops, we need you to turn back into Goombella again. And we need to tattle on the hyper clef we got going on here. But first, let's see if I can either get this Amazy Daisy dealt with or to run away. Okay, yeah, we're going to deal with the Amazy Daisy first. Just so we can make sure we get that XP. And of course, since it is a hyper enemy, it does charge up. Okay, that was weird. Alright, so Tattle. Alright, so that's a Hyper Cleft. It's basically a Cleft that uses supercharged up moves. Max use 4, attack is 3, and defense is 3. When it charges up, its attack power rises to 9. Couple its rock hardness with its ability to charge up, and this thing gets scary. If you're confident, you might want to try super guarding and send its attacks back. If you can't, you better use some items or you better hightail it out of here. I forgot about super guarding. Honestly, like for the most part, since I'm bad at it, I just kind of tend to ignore it. Unless I'm like really confident, like I'm really like feeling myself like, alright, I can super guard this, no problem. But the Earthquake we just picked up, easy way to one-shot this guy. It doesn't have that high of HP, and really, items negate the defense anyway, so it's not like we have to worry about it. Got the throw hammer badge from that block, and now I want to get Flurry out again because this entryway is closed, but there's an opening. We just got to reveal it. The main indicator for that was the little stump in the background, because there's got to be some way to reach it. And I believe there's another Hyper Cleft here, but first Flurry again. We have this little entryway over here. And we gotta move... Well, actually no. Ground Pound to go through here first, and we'll move the one in the background first. So we just move that out the way. Now we can just come back over here and then go through that hole to like reach underneath it. So we can keep going to the far right to actually reach Creepy Steeple. But first, there's another Hyper Cleft here, so keep that in mind too. Oh, there goes the Amazing Daisy I keep on referring to, and I know I'm not going to be able to destroy it. But let's go ahead and swap out the Goombella, because I can at least get its entry in the Tattle log, even if I don't get it. That's an Amazing Daisy. That's what they're called. Alright, so that's an Amazing Daisy. This Mystical Daisy is like the rarest thing ever. Max HP is 20, attack is 20, defense is what? Fuck, I didn't realize attack is that high. Since that's such high HP and runs away really quickly, it's almost about to beat. Plus its Lullaby has massive attack power, so if you're low on HP, we just grab. You gotta think hard about whether to fight or bolt. Honestly, this thing runs away so quickly, I think I was actually considering trying to beat it, but that's why I'm going for the whole power lift right now, just because I would normally say this for like a boss fight, not for like a regular enemy, but I really wanted that, the XP, or the star points you get for beating it. And so this is demonstrating how power lift works. We just go across a little screen to get blue and red arrows to increase our defense and attack. Depending on how much you fill it up will be how much you increase your attack or defense power for. So we increase our attack by 1, our defense by 2. Hyper Clefts, oh, well, at least one of them is just going to charge. The Buzzy Beetle, yeah, it's going to take off right away. Little coward. Anyway, let's go ahead and switch Goombella out for Jessie. And honestly, Jessie will be more than enough to finish this guy off. Kind of wasted that power lift just because it ran away. But I wasn't really expecting to beat it, so it's fine. Get 4 star points anyway, so let's go ahead and move on. At least we got it in the log. That's all that really matters. So this is Creepy Steeple. Yeah, this is Creepy Steeple, that nasty monster's place. This place weirds me out. Look, Gonzalez, let's get the Crystal Star and get out of here fast. Not a big fan of spooky things, huh? Let's go ahead and heal ourselves up while we got the chance. And that gate's locked, so we can't really go in from there. Lame, it won't open. But we can go in through here. Now that we got the tube ability. And we can just unlock the gate from back here. Yep, there we go. And before I actually go into the front door, I actually want to go down through this well. Because there's a sign sprite on the far left over here. Not only that, there is a new enemy down here that we can go ahead and fight against and put into our catalog. First, gotta flip the dude over, because like all things with shells, once they're flipped over, their defense turns to 0. Goombella, why don't you tell me what we're fighting today, shall you? And we're going against a Buzzy Beetle. Oh, it's kind of cute. Max HP is 5, attack is 3, and defense is 4. It's got pretty good defense, and fire and explosions don't hurt it whatsoever. But if you jump on it, you can flip it over and drop its defense down to 0. then it's at our mercy. Ha! Don't hesitate. Jump, 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 jump. Oh my god, Goombella's just merciless on this thing. But we'll go ahead and it's already finished off because it didn't have a lot of HP to begin with, and once we flipped it over, it was putty in our hands. So aside from that, there isn't a whole lot more we can do down here, but there's a bunch of these guys down over here, which I just backed out real quick just because I didn't want to get hit, and I kind of like want to work my way into getting them. And the reason why I'm still holding this one is because we gotta like get this version of the enemy into our catalog as well. Nah, it's better if I just swap out to Goombella and just get the title in real quick. Alright, so that's a spike top. It's a Buzzy Beetle with a spike on his back. Max HP is 5, attack is 3, and defense is 4. Like other Buzzies, fire and explosions have absolutely no effect on it, but you can flip it over, defense drops to 0. I'm sure you know this already, but try not to jump on it, that spike hurts. Indeed it does. So, let's go ahead and go back to Jesse, and we can just, well, next turn, we can use this gulp ability and just finish both off. Until then, really? I'm gonna waste a shooting star on them? Okay, good. I thought better. Instead, I'm gonna waste a special move on them. That's slightly better just because I can refill that, the item. I'll have to like go off to a store, buy a replacement, then come back over here. That's too much work. Especially if I have to cut it out later on. But let's see if I can max it out for these two small enemies. And freaking course I do. Can't do it on like a super important boss fight, but I can do it on small time enemies, no problem. But we do 6 damage and just completely annihilate them in one shot. But those were the 2 enemies you can get down here in the catalog, and that's all really I want to show you guys. Over here there is a badge for the tornado jump, and there is this thing over here you can push. However, you just want to keep sliding down. There's nothing we can do with that later on until we get a new party member who specializes in kind of doing what Bao did back in Paper Mario 1. And now that we're done with that, we'll go over and enter inside Creepy Steeple through the front door. Not gonna lie, the place is a little creepy, but it's kind of cool too. There are some scratch marks on the floor, which just indicates that you can push the statue. And we reveal a lower pathway down here, and this wallpaper is a little appealing, but first I want to go to the far left through the door and see what we have in here. So skip that purple box right now, or not. Instead we open it and let out a whole bunch of boos, which I need for the catalog and for an optional boss later on once we're done with this chapter. Okay, it's quiz time, interloper. Just now when the box opened, how many of us boos came out total? That would be 200. Good, very good. Take this, math nerd. I'm not Trevor. See ya, sucker. Alright, with that we get an Ultra Shroom, which replenishes 50 HP, which we will not be using for a good while. This door is locked from the inside. Okay, so we can't do anything in there for right now. But now that we have that, you don't have, I think you, no, you don't have to unleash the boos at all in order to get through here. You can honestly have a saver time just leaving them locked up in there. That's solely optional in case you want to get the boos entry in the catalog and doing the optional boss fight that I mentioned just a second ago. So don't feel like you have to unleash them. And as for like the number, it's always 200. It never varies. That was honestly a lucky guess on my part because I honestly forgot how much there were when they came out. I was like, that looked like a lot. Definitely more than 50, probably more than 100, and just want to say 200. Anyway, we got another flower saber badge, so if we were to get another one put on, we can cut our... I don't think those ones stack, actually. I might be wrong. I'm pretty certain they don't. Sniff, sniff. Are you going to be mean to me? Of course not. Promise? Come on out, guys. And now whenever we come to this main part, there are going to be boos everywhere. However, if you stay in one spot for too long, they will all start to crowd on you, and eventually they'll lift you up and throw you outside the mansion. Or outside the Creepy Steeple. So that's the downside for unleashing them, but like I said, unless you really want to, you know, get them out here, you can. But anyway, this is going to be a good spot for us to end off this video, so Thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. In the next one, we'll continue going off the Creepy Steeple and try to figure out where the crystal star is. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.